Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're gonna continue the conversation about the Marvel Rivals situation here. Primarily, we're gonna be talking about my previous video. If you can see this video, the Marvel Rival community is mad. And we talk about Steam reviews and all that stuff. This video has a crazy comments to like ratio. There's more comments than likes on the video, okay? If you're like a YouTuber and you see your video has more comments than likes, that means something happened. And we're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna read some comments, read more people's opinions. Like I said in the first video, I want to get the conversation going. You know, this is a good thing. It's a positive thing for more people to talk about it in a passionate way. But also, you know, we need to keep it civil. Everybody in the comments, man, just relax. Some people take it too far. I like the passion, but sometimes, like, you know, you just gotta realize it's just a game at the end of the day, brother. It's just a game. It's not that serious. There's no point in sending hate to people and getting so worked up and trying to ruin someone's day. It's just a game. Like, relax. But anyway, we're gonna read through some comments, and yeah, we're gonna explain some things that some people might have some misconceptions, especially about EOMM. That's gonna be the main topic of today because that's what most people want to talk about. And it seems that a lot of people don't understand what it actually is. So we're going to do a little bit of an explaining of what that is. But first of all, I've been going through the comments. I read every comment. Obviously, I don't reply to every comment. There's like 120 comments. How am I going to reply to everything? Like this comment, right? Like this comment. This game is dying because of EOMM. All games have EOMM. So why is he saying that? Going back to Overwatch, which I guess he's referring to one of my other videos. Wait, doesn't Overwatch have EOMM too? Sees Genshin Impact and other unknown Gunner game. Oh, he's advertised. Okay. First of all, right. I don't know exactly what this person is trying to say, but I think what they're insinuating is that I do this for the money. Huh? I talk about drama and rile up people for the money. Are you kidding me? The audacity that me, a guy that I've made over 100 fucking Marvel Rivals videos, right? In the past 7 months. I edit it all. I do my own thumbnails. I manage my own YouTube channel. I spent hundreds of hours in the games, editing and making thumbnails and all this shit. And you're saying I do it for the money? Are you crazy? Listen, I could have spent all that time, hundreds of hours, you know, with my girlfriend, with my friends, with my family, doing stuff, like other things that I enjoy, right? I could have spent all those hours working at the fucking drive-thru at Starbucks and I would have made more money. Okay, we got people out here in the comments thinking that I'm some sort of shill for any company or whatever, just trying to fucking make money. Motherfucker, this is all passion. If you look at my videos, most of my videos are me trying to make the community better, showing off toxic people, calling them out, making guides, trying to help people get better at the game and understand the game better, and then having conversations with the community in order to make a positive, healthier, and safer community for everybody. And we got motherfuckers out here saying that I do it for the money? Come on, man. Now listen, okay? I'm not a perfect guy. I do a little bit of rage baiting on the side. I'm not gonna deny that. You know, but I would never try and ruin people's days or try and bully the devs or try and say shit just to make some fucking money. If I was in it to make money, motherfucker, I would have stopped doing this shit a long fucking time ago, brother. So if anyone's out there thinking, oh, this guy's just saying shit, that's not his actual opinion or he doesn't care. There's nobody that cares about the Marvel Rivals community more than me, bro. Honestly. If you don't believe that, just go to my YouTube, scroll through all the videos. I made 100 fucking videos. They're all edited by me. I made all the thumbnails. I do all the shit by myself. Hundreds of fucking hours on pure passion and love for the community, brother. And you're telling me that I'm just, oh, he just does shit for the money? Makes me fucking sick to my stomach. I'm not gonna stand around and accept people having this opinion, brother. Because it's just not fair to me. And if you like passion, and you love this community as much as I do, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, baby. I'm also trying to stream on Twitch. Make sure you follow my Twitch in the description, brother. But yeah, that just pissed me off. That some people in the comments is saying he only has this opinion because, or he only talks about this stuff because it's for the money. No. Are you fucking serious, brother? The reason why it's important to have this conversation and talk about these things and read reviews and read people's comments is because these people's opinion matters. Is that so hard to understand? Even if you disagree with me, even if you disagree with the people who are writing reviews or writing comments, even if you disagree with them, that doesn't change the fact that their opinion matters. And if you're an NetEase, or if you're a Marvel Rivals fan or part of the community, then you want more people to enjoy the game and play the game, right? Regardless if you think their opinion is wrong, if their opinion makes it so they don't play the game, then it's completely valid because that's their opinion. So if you're in the mindset that, oh, I disagree with everything that I say, that's fine. That's your opinion. But some people agree with me. And a lot of people in these comments especially, and obviously in the reviews, and like even if you go around and talk to people about the game, a lot of people are saying, yeah, I don't really want to play the game anymore, right? You can sit there and argue with them, oh, but your opinion is stupid. Well, that doesn't change the fact that they don't want to play the game, right? So, like, what are you even arguing for? What I want, personally, is for everyone to enjoy the game as much as they can. And I want positive change in the game and in the community so more people can enjoy it. And so that I can enjoy it as well. So, now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about the main issue here that even the comment that I just read was talking about. EOMM. And in that comment, they also say, all games have EOMM, which is not true. If your game has no matchmaking, why would they have engagement optimized matchmaking? If you play like Elden Ring, there's no fucking matchmaking, right? But regardless, every game has EOMM. Just because other games have EOMM doesn't mean that it's okay to have, right? What is starting to happen is everyone's starting to realize that EOMM is becoming an industry standard, that all the online games that are coming out use this method to keep people engaged in their game. And people are reacting and saying it's not fair. Regardless of if it's Overwatch or another game or Marvel Rivals, people don't like it. And just because they do it doesn't mean that it's right. Just because your whole family smokes fucking cigarettes doesn't mean that, like, oh yeah, I should smoke cigarettes too, right? No, that doesn't make any sense. Just because all your friends vape doesn't mean you should be influenced by, oh yeah, I should go vape too. So, what is EOMM? EOMM stands for Engagement Optimized Matchmaking. And the core purpose of it is to get people engaged in the game. So what does that actually do? Basically, what happens is the game will collect your player data, right? Your win rates, what characters you play, what conditions ultimately give you a win or give you a loss, right? And then they'll use that data to optimize the game to make you play as much as possible. So that means make you win more or lose more, or put you on teams where it's more likely that you will feel good about the game and then continue playing, or the opposite, feel bad about the game and want to grind more and more and more. And in practice, what a lot of people are realizing is that it really, really sucks. And we've known this for a long time, even before like Marvel Rivals came out, right? If we look at other games, people have been complaining about engagement optimized matchmaking for a very long time. Take Apex Legends, for example. It's been a topic. The matchmaking has been a topic in their community for a very long time. And you even see some, big streamers and content creators quit the game because of the matchmaking, among the other things. And obviously you can imagine why that's not a good thing. So what exactly happened? So the way it works in Apex Legends is, it's a battle royale game. So in every match there's like 60 people. 3 teams or 20 teams of 3, right? And there's 60 people in each team. But the way engagement optimized matchmaking works in that game is they will put some really, really, really good players in the game in that match, the highest level players, and then those people will just absolutely demolish all the scrubs or people that are just learning, in order to give those really, really good players, who are a lot of the times streamers and content creators themselves, make them feel really good and get to like clip farm and get to like just dominate the lobby. And then those people usually will make content or spend a lot of money on the game and spend a lot of time playing the game because it feels so good for them to crush lower level players. And then for those lower level players, a lot of them probably don't play the game that much anyway. So it's like, okay, they'll just be fodder for like the big streamers, right? Basically. Or like the people that spend a lot of time playing the game. So that's how it worked for a while. And then eventually people caught on to this and they're like, yeah, man, it's just not fun. Even the big streamers and big content creators or people that are like the highest level started to feel like, yeah, it's really not fun playing ranked or playing like pubs, because you just dominate everybody and the matchmaking is made in a way that they'll continue to do that, and then they don't play as many people at their level, right? I think, in my personal opinion, from what I've seen, the EOMM in Apex Legends is not as bad as in Marvel Rivals, despite the things that I just said, because people have said it's only like the first 2 games. So like if you're like a high level player and like you didn't log in for a while, like they'll say like the first 2 games, like you basically get like bot lobbies, like even in ranked. So you get like bot lobbies, you just go around and you can kill everyone. And then eventually they'll put you in lobbies with people around your skill level, and then that's when the real challenge starts to happen, and then, you know, it gets progressively normalized throughout your session, right? But again, they skew the matchmaking in order to get a reaction out of you or to make you feel some sort of way while you're playing the game. And to some people, that was a real turnoff. Same as Overwatch. Overwatch does have EOMM too, and people are discussing that as well. And people saying, why are you playing Overwatch when it has EOMM and you're complaining about Marvel Rivals? And the reason why I'm enjoying Overwatch, I have been playing it recently. The reason why I'm enjoying it is because the community is less toxic. And people don't crash out every time. And you can actually, like, people actually have team comps. And I think the balance is a little bit better, the game balance. But regardless, the biggest downside for me, why I don't play Apex Legends and why I don't play Overwatch as much, is like, obviously the cosmetics are so fucking expensive, which is like probably the biggest reason why I would recommend Marvel Rivals over any other game, is because the affordability of all the stuff. Like the battle pass in Marvel Rivals is the best in gaming. Like out of every game ever, it's the best battle pass to ever exist. Hands down, 100%. But community, really fucking toxic, right? As you've seen, I've made like 50 videos just about toxic players in in Marvel Rivals, right? But to me, Marvel Rivals is still my favorite game right now to play. As I was saying, Overwatch does have EOMM, but I don't think it's as bad as Marvel Rivals. Like, Marvel Rivals is really bad. You can have 8 games in a row while you have like at least 1 or 2 throwers on your game. Like, it's and you can't do anything about that unless you like make an ult account or whatever. Like, that's really just how it is. Like, you can have an entire session where it's just like, I feel like dog shit. And the thing is, the way the EOMM in Marvel Rivals works is, if they know that you're gonna play regardless of if you have bad teammates or not, they're gonna keep giving it to you. You have to at some point quit, which is how it works. Because if they know, oh, this guy's not gonna stop playing even if he's losing, we're just gonna keep giving him bad teammates and then make him go against really good competition. And that's how it works. And that's also the thing. The real problem with EOMM is that it's like I said before, and in literally every fucking video that I make almost, is that it makes ranked pointless. Like, there really is no point. There's such a skill gap between the best players and the worst players in every lobby and in every rank. So again, what's the fucking point, right? You'll never know if you're actually better than the people in your rank because there's such a wide skill gap. And you need that if you have an EOMM system. There has to be a wide skill gap because if every game was fair, some people wouldn't play the game. That's just the way it is. Some people are bad, right? And if the game was fair, they would just lose every time and they'd be like, hey man, I don't want to play this game anymore because I just keep losing. And some people are just like, oh, I want to get to Grandmaster. Okay, I want to get to Grandmaster. But they can't really play at that level. So the game needs to skew the results in order to carry you to Grandmaster or, you know, up in the ranks so that you feel better about yourself and you feel better about the game and you'll continue to play the game. But what that does is it ruins the experience for everyone else. Because now, in no matter what rank you are, there's a bunch of players that shouldn't be there because they didn't take the time to learn the characters or learn how to play properly, and they're just there to get their quick fix of dopamine, and the game carries them, makes them feel good, and then they spend money, right? And then they spend time. Then they buy the battle pass, they see the advertisements for like the movies and TV shows, and they're like, oh, maybe I'll go buy Disney Plus now. Because, oh, this looks interesting. I'll go watch the Fantastic Four movie because I keep seeing stuff about it in the game, right? This is how it works, right? It's all about money at the end of the day, and people are fed up with it. Now, I'm not against them making money. I'm not against any company wanting to make money. That's how the world works. But there is a way to do that and make it fair and balanced. Now that we've explained EOMM, just briefly, there's a lot of intricacies and a lot of things that obviously we don't know. We have like anecdotes and all that stuff, but we don't know the exact formula of the algorithm. But regardless of that, let's go see what people are actually saying about it, right? Because that's what's important. So let's read some comments from my video about the conversation or about this topic, and then we can have a conversation. Not gonna lie, I purposely don't queue for like a good 20 minutes after a win streak of 3 to 5 games because the EOMM goes crazy. Okay, fair point. See, and you already see people trying to game the system, right? Even me, if I lose twice in a row, I just log off because I know it's gonna be bad. Or if you see you're starting to get a bunch of throwers on your team, or like people that don't know what they're doing, that's how you know it's time to log off because they put you in the loser queue. I'm a casual player, and lately I've been having more fun playing practice versus AI, conquest, and doom matches. I'm tired of fake win streaks and forced losses. Plus, in those modes, the players are more chill and they're to have fun and goof around, especially in doom matches. Now, this is also a very important thing. What people don't understand is the community is really, really chill. The reason why a lot of people are toxic is because, one, they don't get punished for being toxic, as they should, right? And two, because the environment is so hostile, you don't know who's going to be the thrower on your team. Everyone's looking for the one guy that's not supposed to be there, right? The one guy that doesn't have a real win streak or doesn't have a real win rate. They're just getting carried by the EOMM and the other players. So once they see someone, whether they're really good or not, who has a bad stat line or is not playing to their best of their ability, every time they see that, they just crash out on that guy. But they could honestly otherwise be really pleasant people if not for the really, bad environment and them being mad at the system as well, right? So this is why we need alternative game modes. More specifically, I think games like this should have user-created content, like Fortnite and like Roblox, right? For example, Fortnite, a lot of the people that play Fortnite only play it for the user-generated content, not the actual fucking game that it was famous for. People log on to Fortnite just to play custom matches and custom game lobbies and custom maps and whatever, right? Like Roblox or Gmod or whatever, things like that. Team Fortress 2, another very famous hero shooter, notorious for people literally not playing the actual fucking game, but just going around doing a bunch of side stuff and like user generated content. This is how you ensure the longevity of the game. Marvel Rivals has a really good model, right? A really good base. And it'd be really cool to see people use that base and then build their own content or build their own maps and stuff just by doing that. For example, Apex Legends hasn't done this, and their shit is dying like a fire every day. People are complaining every day. People are asking them, hey, EA, just do what Fortnite did. Just do what Roblox does. Just do that. And everyone would be happy, but they don't do that. So I think, maybe not now, maybe in the future, maybe it would be a good idea for Marvel Rivals to implement that as well. Custom servers, user-generated content, make that the new norm. And I guarantee you way more people will come back, way more people will buy skins, way more people will stick around for the game's longevity. And as you can see here, there's people that just like chill and fuck around and do matches and play practice versus AI because they just want to chill and relax. They don't want to have to hard carry every game and have to deal with toxic people in ranked all day. That's just the way it is. Just had 3 trash competitive matches against high elo players smurfing. I'm tired. Game is dead to me. I'm getting my past stuff and dipping. See, people are fed up. Even in the comments, you know, these are just normal viewers. These are just normal people. These are not people that are like, and I know I got some comments from people saying, oh, you shouldn't read Steam reviews. These are people just fucking dogpiling on devs and bullying them to get what they want, right? But see, this is a controlled environment. I guarantee you there's no dev at NetEase that is gonna watch this video or read these comments. Like, these are comments for us. And these are people genuinely not happy with the direction the game is going. These are not people dogpiling. These are not people with malicious intent. These are people that are just tired of the game and they don't want to play it. Simple as that. And I think if we want the game to be better and the community to be better, it's worthwhile to address these people's opinions. Game needs role queue like no other. DPS get long queues, tank supports shorter queues, like a 25% reward bonus as incentive. Community just isn't mature enough to handle it plain and simple. Now, that's another thing people are talking about, role queue. I mean, it's been a topic of discussion for a long time. Personally, I don't like role queue, and I'll tell you why. It's because this game is unique. Every character is unique. Some don't work in certain comps. And if you make everything, for example, 2-2-2 comp ratio, then we're gonna have to completely change some of the characters' kits and, you know, abilities and all that shit. I think it's important to maintain that freedom of character choice, and a lot of people really love this game because of that. And I think adding role queue would really like ruin it. Sure, it's frustrating for some people when, you know, they don't cooperate and they do things that are not optimal. But at the end of the day, once we take away more freedom from the players, that's when, you know, it starts to become less fun, right? I don't think role queue would be more fun, basically. It might be more sensible. It might be more rational, but it wouldn't be as fun. Honestly, I've been having fun on rank since season 3. That's good. Again, if you're having fun, then that's really good for you. They've been fixing the Smurf issue, it seems, and I can actually climb to gold in a reasonable fashion. Before, I was literally hard stuck in bronze 3 because not only the Smurf issue, but the fact that you lost so much elo for playing the match out. It actually encouraged rage quitting to save elo. Now that they made it so if you play it out, you lose less, and they punish you for rage quitting, which is a huge plus. I'll give credit where it's due. Rank still has its issues, but it's much better than how it was in season 2. Well, okay. The smurfing issue. Now, honestly, I haven't really encountered too many smurfs. Probably because I don't play in the lower ranks as much these days. I used to, you know, play in those ranks for content, just messing around, not really smurfing, but, you know, having fun with the game. But I know a lot of people are complaining about the smurfing issue, and if they're saying that it's been fixed, then hey man, that's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Some people enjoying the season more than others, which is which is good. I'm glad that there are people that are seeming to enjoy it. This comment is really interesting too. I didn't even know what EOMM was until people started talking about it. I stopped playing ranked because I noticed I was climbing pretty fast and felt like I didn't belong in that rank. I'm not very good at games like this, lol. So I started only playing the game with my boyfriend and my friends because playing alone felt weird, I don't know. So there's already people, now that they learned about EOMM, now they're having like imposter syndrome. I don't know how this person plays. They might be really, really good. We don't know. But see, they don't even trust it because they feel like, oh, I don't think I belong in this rank. Maybe it's the EOMM that brought me here, right? That's the other issue about having this here, is that people don't even know their own skill. People are like, okay, I could be bronze, I could be gold, I could be plat. Some people think they're way better than they actually are. Some people think they're way worse than they actually are. But the bottom line is, your rank doesn't really matter. I genuinely think anyone could get to GM. In this system, with this EOMM, anybody could do it. You could do it. Your grandma could do it. It doesn't matter if she's alive or dead. She could probably do it, brother. So, again, you should just have fun. Whether you win or lose, you should just have fun. Whether you're dominating or being dominated, just try to have fun. And if you can't have fun, then just play a different game. Or watch me suffer. You could watch me suffer live on the JC channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. Okay, so this comment got a few likes right here. My advice is to play 2-3 games. Afterwards, just swap to a different game and don't come back to at least 1 to 2 hours. I always try to keep pushing after a rank up, but even when I can carry a bad teammate, I can't physically control a player's ability to understand how to versus another skilled player, and now I'm experiencing servers where people are lag switching too. I know before, especially in season 2, there's a lot of like server issues. I haven't experienced any server issues now, but it kind of depends on what region you're in. But if people are saying there's lag switches, also, I don't really see as many cheaters as before. There's actually not that many hackers. So I think they are fixing hacking as well. But lag switches, I have not experienced that myself. But if people are saying it and people are agreeing with this person, I assume that maybe it could be the case. But yeah, having to, like, here's the thing, right? You could do that, play 2 or 3 games and then move on. But here's the thing, right? Most of the people, a large portion of the player base is grown-ass motherfucking men or people in general, right? They work a 9 to 5, they come home, they just want to play the game. Maybe they only have 2 or 3 games left in the tank before they have to go to bed and start over the next day, right? Maybe they only have a few hours at night to unwind and play the game. And if those few games that you do get to play are filled with throwers and fucking people that aren't supposed to be in the lobby, that's so frustrating. And I understand why, okay, I'm just done, right? If you're that person and you're just done, right? A lot of people don't have the luxury of saying, okay, I'll play 3 games, and then if I lose one or I started to feel like I'm getting loser queues, now I just get off for like 2 hours and then come back. People don't have that luxury, right? So this might be a good fix for some people, but for a large majority of the people that play the game, like, it's just not realistic, right? This might be good advice, but again, people just don't have the time or the patience or the ability to do that. EOMM sucks, but what kills motivation to play for me is dive. Every game, BP, Spider-Man, Magic, at least one, most of the time 2 of them. Dive itself is fine, but having it every game is so tiring. As a support player, I feel like I'm playing the same match over and over. It sucks. Here's the other thing about EOMM, right? Remember, what it does is it takes your player data into account when it matches you up into a game. So if they need you to lose a game, or they want you to lose a game, or they put you in loser queues, or they say, okay, this person had a very long win streak or something, If they want to screw your game, they're going to take your player data and give you characters on the opposing team that will counter you and make it hard for you to win the game. I'm not saying that this happens every time, but it's a possibility, right? And they admitted to this. NetEase does do this. They literally say that they do this, right? What that means is, say if you play Luna, right? And you have 60% loss rate against Black Panther players, then they're just gonna match you up with Black Panther, brother. They're just gonna match you up with a bunch of dive characters because they know you're gonna lose to them. And it's gonna make those dive characters that play dive, it's gonna make them feel really good because they get to destroy a Luna main on the other team, right? That's how EOMM works. Now, obviously, you can play other things, you can try and counter them, and you can try and rely on your team to counter them. But again, if they're trying to make you lose and the other team win, they're gonna match you up with people that don't know how to do that, and you're just gonna get screwed. See, in my personal experience, I don't see Black Panther and Spider-Man or Magic in every game. Maybe it's because you play in a different rank or something, I don't know. But I don't see those characters every game. If you're saying that you see those characters every game, maybe there is some merit to believe that it's the EOMM that's doing something to make it so you see those characters every game. Oh, this is a long fucking thread. I'm not going to read that. Hey guys, if you want to read these comments, make sure you go back to the other video. EOMM is so obvious in this game, it's not even funny. Steam reviews are literally worthless. I wish the gaming community would recognize this. It's just bandwagon rants, takedowns, bombing, and bullying devs. It's rarely even about the game. Random rants about the matchmaker while not understanding the game itself. Just people blaming the matchmaking for every loss instead of looking at why you lost. I used to play Overwatch and people always blame the matchmaker there too. It's in every game. They get frustrated due to their own ability or lack thereof, so blame the game, leave a bad review to cope. Listen, brother. Now, I could sit here and like try and argue, but I mean, like, this person definitely doesn't play the game enough. And if you have this opinion, you probably don't really recognize it because you don't care and you just like sit there and like mouth open play the game. But like, I don't know. Maybe you're fortunate enough to not experience what everyone else in the community is talking about and experiencing. The people at the highest level, the people that play ranked the most, the people that literally stream the game, talk about the game, make videos about the game, all agree EOMM sucks. Okay, when everyone is saying it, right, at this point, again, there's been so many deniers for so long. Everyone is unanimously changing their minds. And I had this opinion from the start. I'm not one of you motherfuckers that changed their minds after a few months. From the second that I recognized that the matchmaking sucks and all the studies and stuff and people making videos were talking about it, I already had my opinion. I'm like, this is fucking dumb as hell. And now everyone is changing their tone and being like, okay, yeah, now I agree. I actually do agree now because the matchmaker is really fucking bad. When everyone is changing their mind to agree, before it was like 50-50, now it's like probably 80-20 ratio of people mad at EOMM. I'm starting to think there's some real merit to the things that we believe. Okay, and if you don't believe that, that's fine, that's you. Maybe you're the one that's coping. If you're in the minority of people and everyone else is already starting to change their opinion, maybe you're the one that's coping. I don't know. Again, it's your opinion, that's fine. But you don't have to like try and belittle people. They get frustrated due to their own ability or lack thereof. Okay? We don't have to belittle people in order to make your point. And the thing about Steam reviews being worthless, that's not true. These are people voicing their opinion. If you're so mad at people voicing their opinion and you think you're the only authority or that your opinion is the only right one, that's definitely not healthy. That's not healthy at all. If you think everyone else's opinion doesn't matter, then that's kind of cringe, not gonna lie to you, brother. You see, I'm making this video so everyone can get their point across and we can have a conversation. If you think, oh, your opinion is fucking stupid, I'm the only smart guy in the fucking room, then maybe you're the problem, brother. Maybe you're the problem, bucko. I quit because the matchmaking is just so ass. Okay. I feel like it's getting worse season after season. I peaked Celestial season 2 and 2.5. Now I can't get out of Diamond. Also, I also meet the same people over and over again. I swear to God, I have seen the exact same people, same person who I report and avoid previous seasons in my team. Griefing yet again, of course. I see that too. I keep seeing the same motherfuckers. I think the player pool is really dwindling because I see the same few people every match. I don't know. Maybe it's because we all get on at the same time and play whatever, right? But in season 2, I was Celestial as well. I don't play the game as much, probably because I'm like busy. But for me, the games haven't been like crazy, like unplayable. I think I'm Diamond. I'm Diamond 3 now. After like I don't know, like 20 games. I don't think it's worse. I think the matchmaking is the same. It's just as bad. Even last season was pretty bad. In my experience, it might be different for everybody else, but I think the matchmaking is just as bad. Rivals lost the plot. I'm going back to Fortnite. Marvel Rivals is just like Overwatch, and that is purely a nostalgia bait masquerading as a cash grab. They don't care about anyone's opinions. They just want your money. It's why I deleted it a week after it dropped. Neither game is worth my time and definitely not worth my money. Well, I mean, if that's your opinion, then go ahead, right? For me, I think Marvel Rivals has so much to offer. It's just so hard to do that, especially in this landscape, because again, engagement optimized matchmaking has become the industry standard, right? Every online game or every like competitive online game is using this, and they're kind of forced to by obviously their companies, investors and whatnot, right? They use it as a way to show that, we're the big guy. We have this crazy algorithm and it's making people do all this shit, right? And we're making so much money off of it. But for the players, right, now all the players are starting to vocalize and starting to realize that, hey man, the game would be better without it, right? Our experience would be better without it. But the way the company is looking at it is, well, we're making so much money with it, right? We don't really care about what you guys think. As long as we're making money, then, that's the bottom line. I think they do care about people's opinions, but they just don't have the ability to change any of that, because ultimately it's up to the higher ups. It's up to, investors, the corporate stuff. And unfortunately, all that comes at the cost of people's sanity and not wanting to play the game. EOMM was always going to be this game's downfall. Failed experience. I mean, I couldn't summarize it better myself. Again, since the start, I was like, this makes the game not fun. I mean, there's a lot of things that used to outweigh the EOMM for me, right? Obviously, I was against it from the start. I don't think there's that many people that encourage EOMM, but they just had so many other incentives in the game to make you play it and then overlook the EOMM, right? Again, like I said, the really amazing battle pass, the skins, the fact that it's Marvel, the fact that, I'm like a really big Marvel fan of the comics for a very long time, right? Obviously, the fact that it's a new game with a large player base. But once all those things go away, right? Once they start like, maybe we'll change the prices of the skins like they did in Overwatch and, and even in like Apex Legends and stuff like that. And all these other games, they have like really, really expensive skins, $50 skins, $100 skins some games have. Once they start doing shit like that, then it's really gonna piss off the community. And all it really takes is a bunch of bad updates to really rile up the community, and then all these things start to like pile up, right? I'd be like, oh, I enjoy the game for this and this reason, but I dislike maybe like 2 things about the game. But then once they start to add on to the game and like, okay, the pile of stuff that I dislike starts to get higher than things that I like about the game, then that's when we have a real problem, right? And unfortunately, we're getting to that point. Unless they take some real action and try and change things, then, the game is going to really downfall, right? And again, like I said, a big reason why a lot of people play this game and a lot of content creators make videos on the game and people stream the game is because there's a large player base. once that player base starts to dwindle, once YouTubers start to see that, oh, my viewer count is going down, people are not as interested in this game, they're going to leave as well, right? It happens to every game. People move on, things change. For the longevity of the game, they need to keep the people happy. And if people are mad about this thing, then something has to change. They need to fix the matchmaking. I don't think, they're probably not going to get rid of EOMM entirely, but maybe tweak it so that it's not as egregious as it is and not as rage-inducing as it is. But I realize I've been recording for like almost an hour. I'll probably have to edit all of this down a lot. But let's just do one more comment. I can't go through all the comments again. There's like 120 fucking comments on this video. Let's leave it with this one. A toxic community will always drag a game down. Take us back to December/January Marvel Rival. I agree. I think what's happened now, again, everyone's learned all the characters. The gap between the best players and the worst players is getting bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. People are getting more toxic. People are getting less patient. Obviously, the EOMM and the bad matchmaking and the toxic community has taken a toll on people, and it's just like, you know, progressing. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. You know, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people are getting more and more tired. You know, this happens to every game. It's to be expected. But I mean, it's getting pretty fast. There needs to be some action. And they did do some action. Actually, wait, there was a comment that I saw. And I actually predicted something in the fucking game. They said, what was it? Dude really got his wish about getting rid of ResComp. Yeah, they actually changed the fucking team up. In the last video, I said, hey man, they need to change this team up and rework Adam Warlock and Mantis and Star-Lord, and they actually did it because I'm a fucking genius. You understand? You understand how fucking smart I am? Jesus Christ. You know how many times I predicted stuff that's gonna be in the game? At least 3 times. Just hire me already, NetEase. Just fucking hire me, brother. And people saying, oh, they don't care about the game. I think they actually do care about the game because they literally read the fucking people's minds. They read my mind. They said, hey man, they should change this. And literally 2 days later, they had an announcement video that, oh yeah, we're going to change that. What the fuck? Anyway, I've been talking for too long. My voice is getting like hoarse. Can you hear my voice getting all fucked up? I'm still a little bit sick. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, talk about the things that people are saying. And make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And peace. Thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you guys next time. Boosh. Good luck on all your games, baby. Boosh.